Here at Bambrick Media, we get the opportunity to review lots and lots of people's digital marketing campaigns. And often by the time that we're looking at them, it's because they've been running the campaign for a little while, they've spent some money, and they're just really not happy with the return on investment. And the thing is, all too often, it's for the very same reason. So what is it? What is this reason that the majority of digital marketing campaigns we see aren't creating the return on investment that the clients are looking for? The reason is specificity, or more likely, the lack of specificity. What I mean by specificity is traditionally when we go and search for a product or service, it's not actually the product or service that we're looking for. What we're trying to do is solve some sort of very specific need or very specific problem that we have. Now, this is a pretty crude and dramatic example, but a really dear friend of mine a few years ago found out that he had a brain tumor. Now, he's completely fine now, so don't worry at all. But the point is, when you find out that you've got something as scary as that, that's certainly something that you want to go and see a specialist for. Now, I'm not saying that all of our purchasing decisions are like getting a brain tumor, but I am saying that regardless of what it is that you want to buy, your needs are going to be specific, and you're going to want to look for the person who's most specifically qualified and can give you confidence that they can handle your specific problems. And that's particularly important in today's day and age where consumers are more empowered than they've ever been before, and they've got more choices than they've ever had before. Now, before I go on about specificity and why a lot of campaigns aren't profitable, let me give you a quick visual example as to what the problem looks like and just how prevalent it is. Okay, let me start by Googling the keyword 2-bedroom apartments for sale Brisbane CBD. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click on every link that I can see here on the front page, because that's going to show me all of the different campaigns that are running where people are actually spending money to drive traffic to their landing pages. All right, so let's revisit. The keyword is 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Brisbane CBD. So let's look at the specific intent. Somebody wants to buy a 2-bedroom, not a 3 or a 1 or a 4. They want to buy it. They're not looking to stay overnight or rent it for 6 months or something. And they want to be in Brisbane CBD. So, that's a 1 or 2 kilometre radius right in the heart of the city there. So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got Domain bidding on this keyword, and they're bidding on this keyword with Sky Tower, with a few 2-bedders and some more 2-bedders, so reasonably specific. So that one there is not so bad. This is Bank Living, River Luxury. Okay, no problem. Now, it says here that it's mesmerising, tantalising and enticing, but are they 2 bedrooms? And is it in the CBD? Now I'm seeing, lots of nice content, but I'm looking for a 2-bedroom apartment into the CBD. And here we go. Now that I'm taking the time to read, down here, 3-bedroom River Homes from 1.39 million. Now, that's fine. It looks beautiful. However, I'm not looking for a 3-bedroom. So, that's not specific enough. Let's see here, Sky Mansions, Sky Homes. I wonder if they actually do have 2 bedrooms and I just can't see it. Also, River Luxury, they're actually in Toowong. Now, let's pick on this one for a second and see how far away Toowong is from the Brisbane CBD. Let's have a look at the maps here. So Brisbane CBD is over here and Toowong is over here. Now you can hypothesize and say, well, it's close to the CBD. Maybe someone who would have bought in the CBD would buy over in Toowong, and that might be true. But when we're looking at this stuff, we often look at the conversion likelihood of that audience. While there's a chance that somebody might be buying in Toowong when they were looking in the CBD, the conversion likelihood is not as high because it's not where they were looking for. That one's not so bad. Sometimes we see some that are a lot further out of area. So that one there's probably not specific enough. Let's have a look at this one. Hotel and apartments, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, plush, custom, rainfall, showerhead, book now. All right, so this is the sort of example I thought we'd find. This looks like some sort of accommodation provider at the Bunbury. I hope the Bunbury's in Brisbane. Bunbury Hotel. Canberra, fully furnished. Are you seeing what I'm talking about in terms of not being specific enough? I'm looking for 2 bedroom apartments for sale in Brisbane CBD. So far, I've found one ad at the top that was really specific and really contextual. The next one for Bank Living, probably not as specific as it could have been. I'm looking for a 2-bedder. These are 3, and I want to be in Brisbane CBD, and these are, a few k's out over in Toowong. And then I've got the good old Bunbury Hotel, all well-intentioned for some reason, coming up in Brisbane. So here I am. on Dwell Newstead. I'm having a look at their landing page here. All well and good, but new 3, 4, 5 bedroom apartments in Newstead. Again, Newstead, it's not in the CBD, and this is 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms, whereas I'm actually looking for a 2 bedroom. So that one's probably not as specific as it could be. What have we got? Beach Life Alex. So where is Alex? Is that in Alex Headland? No, please don't be. So this one is actually, yep, Alexandra Parade, Alexandra Headland in Queensland. Now, you know, let's go back to the search term. 2-bedroom apartment for sale, Brisbane CBD. You know, is there a chance that maybe I might end up buying in Alexandra Headland instead? Possibly, but it's about the longest shot in the world, and the conversion likelihood is very, very low. So already, you know, out of 3 or 4 examples, we're seeing why 80 or 90% of them wouldn't be generating the return on investment that they could. Let's look at the next one, Sutherland Residences. So remember, I'm trying to buy a 2-bedroom apartment in Brisbane CBD. Well, that shows you there easily. There's Brisbane CBD, there's Hamilton. Now, yes, somebody might be looking for an apartment in the CBD and end up buying in Hamilton, but the conversion likelihood is quite low. Even if this was a keyword that you wanted to go after, this just isn't how you would set up the campaign. It's not giving me a contextual enough experience. Also, are they 2 bedrooms? Don't know. Again, a further example of it not being specific enough. Even here, I mean, located, investors, you know, where's the information about how many bedrooms, how many apartments? There's really nothing on that one at all. Let's go through, while we're doing it, look at the next one. Gallery House, River. Oh, so this is another one in Hamilton. 4s, 3s, and 2 bedrooms, which is great, but I'm not interested in the 4s and 3s. I only want to buy a 2. So again, you know, probably still a bit general, etc., etc. Let's look at another keyword now. Let's look for Queenslander renovations. All right, and again, let's check out specificity here. So, what's my context? I probably own a home. It's probably a Queenslander, and I'm probably looking for somebody to help me renovate it. So, wow, there you go. For whatever reason, that website's down, so they're certainly not going to be getting a good return investment on that. This one here, extensions, raise and build under, build on top and extend out. That's cool, pretty specific. You know, are these Queenslanders? You know, kind of. But does it say Queenslander? Have we actually said the word? No, I've just done a search. I don't know if you can see that. I've just done a search there on the page, and the word Queenslander actually isn't mentioned once anywhere on the page. It does have some good imagery there. You know, it'd be really nice though if the headline said, do you own a Queenslander in Brisbane that you're looking to renovate? Here are some examples of some of our other Queenslander renovations that we've done in the past, and some really happy people. Not the worst landing page, but just doesn't mention Queenslanders anywhere on the landing page. Here we've got a landing page that has lots and lots of text, but no images, so no wonder that one isn't generating a return on investment. It actually does mention the word Queensland, but not Queenslander. So again, not specific enough. This one here says that they're a Brisbane builder, but are they a Queenslander renovation expert? I'm not seeing a headline or any imagery that supports that. Oh, wow, I've got another broken link here, so that's no good. And this last one, room renovation. So at least they do renovations. They've got some good imagery. Do they do Queenslanders? Queensland? No. There's not a single mention of the word Queenslander anywhere on that page. So there's a couple of really good examples. We only really need to look at 2 keywords, and you can see that 80% of them right off the bat, the message match between the specific search query and the landing page experience was nowhere near specific enough. And that's the reason that the majority of campaigns aren't converting. So there you have it. We only had to look at 2 keywords, and it becomes abundantly obvious as to why the majority of campaigns that we see just don't convert and just don't achieve the return on investment that the clients are looking for. And the reason is that people are going to Google and they're typing in very, very specific queries, and they're ending up at very, very general landing pages that don't speak specifically enough to the things that they're looking for. So, how do you fix it? The answer is surprisingly simple, but overwhelmingly often overlooked. And that answer is to send each very specific traffic context to its own very specific landing page that speaks purely, exclusively, and extensively to the specific needs and desires of that search query. Let's go back to our example of 2-bedroom apartments for sale in Brisbane CBD. Let's say you're a property developer and you've built a building and it's in Brisbane CBD and it's got 1-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom apartments, and 3-bedroom apartments. What you would want to do is build a website or a series of landing pages and effectively make sure that you have a specific page for each property type. So you'd have one page that talks all about the 1-bedders, one page that talks all about the 2-bedders, and one page that speaks all about the 3-bedders. And then what you would do in Google AdWords is you would organize all of your 1-bedroom keywords, 2-bedroom keywords, and 3-bedroom keywords into their own ad groups, and then you would send each ad group at its own very specific landing page. The reason that a lot of these campaigns aren't profitable is either the campaigns aren't set up properly or the landing pages, the specific pages for each keyword context just haven't been built. If in hearing that you're thinking, well, we're already doing that on our campaigns, that's completely fine. I'd be pretty confident that if you are doing that really, really well, the return on investment on your campaigns is going to be really, really good. If you're watching this video and you're not happy with the return on investment on your campaigns, then I'd really encourage you to think again, because traditionally when we send really, really specific traffic at really, really specific landing pages, the conversion rates are really, really strong and the campaigns are really, really profitable. So if your campaign's not working, I'd encourage you to give that another look. This is a really, really good campaign for a removalist. Now the keyword here is North Brisbane removalists, or removalist North Brisbane. And you can see that the headline speaks very specifically to that search query. North Brisbane's most reliable removalists. Here's a promise and a form and, an incentive to fill in the form now and an on-time guarantee and all of these things. But, the most important thing is that the headline is really, really, really specific to what you're looking for. Now let's look at another one of their landing pages. Now the keywords of context here would be removalist Redcliffe removalist, etc. And see, we've got a different landing page, looks very similar, but has a different headline to make it more specific to what the user's searching for. They feel like they've found the right thing, they've found somebody who can help them with their specific query. The next one is Morayfield's most reliable removalist, Northlake's most reliable removalist, and Brendale's most reliable removalist. Now, I don't know exactly how many of these landing pages they have, but what they do is they do a very good job of speaking very, very, very specifically to the specific needs and wants of a person who's looking for a removalist within their local area. So you may not be in the removalist industry, but the similar logic could apply to your campaigns. We really hope you've got some value out of this video. If you have, please go ahead and click the like button to help this video get seen by more people. And if you have any more questions about how to improve the specificity of your campaigns or anything else digital marketing related, feel free to leave a message in the comments or contact us directly through our website. And finally, if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that by clicking the subscribe button now so you get all the latest videos as they go live. Thanks once again for your time. Really appreciate it. I hope to see you again soon.